Greetings. Hello. I'm going to be playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe tonight. I hope everyone watching had a wonderful weekend. Mine was, how was mine? I wasn't really doing good on Saturday mentally. The brain bucket just wasn't feeling up to it. So, played a bunch of Beat Saber and then exhausted myself, so I just, like, did nothing except, like, just bounced around on YouTube. Not literally. And then yesterday I was feeling okay. I ended up watching Turning Red and Encanto. Both movies were great. Encanto was really good. I'm very impressed with the diversity in environments in a single house. Very cool. And Turning Red was really good. I was expecting it to be Turning Red, the Toronto movie. Yes, the one movie set in Toronto, and that's it. It's like that and Scott Pilgrim. I think Scott Pilgrim was set in Toronto. I can't remember. But yeah, Turning Red, the movie you think is going to be about menstruation, and then it's just kind of not. Fun fact, since the movie took place, the Sky Dome was renamed to the Rogers Center. Oh, that's probably not good for business. Alright, hold on. I gotta start this up real quick. How are you today, Pause? I hope you're doing well. I'm tired again today. I was playing even more Beat Saber today, and I think I was going too hard because my chest and my left arm, like right up here, hurt. Oh yeah, decent, how are you? 7:02 a.m. Your favorite? Oh, that's oops. Meant to do p.m. I'm okay. Like I said, I'm tired. No, a little run down. Or could some of you resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious. How accurate 7:02 a.m. it is? Let's use another slider to find out. So, I booted this game up again off stream really quick. I forget why. I didn't do anything in the game. Oh, I was to get the title card, but the title card's actually a spoiler now. And I put in the time again, and it was like, oh, you put in the correct time a second time in a row. That's amazing. You know, a lot of people don't do that. And since you did, I'm gonna let you just pick whatever your favorite time is when you sign on now. And I was like, okay, game. But this is wildly inaccurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I am having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. Should be ready by the next time you boot the game up. Oh, good. We're gonna quit. Come on, Ultra Deluxe. I just quit the game. You got this. Okay, why is it? There it is. Okay. And we'll put it back up again. Like I said, the left arm hurts. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Okay. I'm gonna put like right there for my own sake. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. Aww. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. That's a Roman numeral 9. But you just said the number 9, not the Roman numeral 9, so. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. Yeah. Which of the 2 made-up words below is most appealing to you? Occuboinkle or scrumptious? Scrumptious. What do you like better, Pause? Do you like occuboinkle or scrumptious? I'm leaning towards scrumptious. I'm like this close to scrumptious. Like occuboinkle's good. You like scrumptious? You like scrumptious too? Okay, well, we'll bump that up. I'm not gonna go 100% scrumptious because I like occuboinkle. Like the boinku in there, the boinkle in there is good. The occu's a little weird. I don't know why they need to put that in. Scrumptious is just like, scrumptious is just a good word. So please don't adjust. I can't not. Do you know what time it is right now? Yes. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. What is time anyway? Yes. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Yes. Help. No. Will you come back to visit me? I mean, yeah, probably. So that being said, I learned by watching Barry stream this a little bit. There's actually a show content warnings thing. Enable game content warnings and an option to skip sections of the game that deal with triggering stuff. I'm not going to read them out loud. Enable translated labels on top of in-world text. Oh. Enables additional text to gameplay critical colors. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna skip anything, but we'll have the warning, and maybe I can verbally tell you if there's going to be something that comes up, because there are new endings, which I think we kind of saw last time, but I didn't realize that was an option until now. So we'll have that context hopefully.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I'm gonna skip this because we saw that last time. So if you want to see, welcome back. I got that for closing the game and opening again immediately. Yeah, if you want to see the beginning, watch my previous stream. The VOD is up on YouTube right now, as will this one be.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so I can't bring the bucket with me. I want to bring the bucket. I really want to bring the bucket, but I can't bring the bucket with me because there is an ending
when Stanley came to a set of
that I want to do.
Doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Because I did get spoiled for something, so we're just going to do it right away.
He wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but
I was
you
kind of want to walk
all
across
this
that
time.
there.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Yes.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I go through blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Is that what a
And
wall
in the
looks
end,
like
it was
when you're
all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help
you're
me here,
texturing
Stanley.
it?
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yes.
Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I just told you.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
I've never
Go
actually
ahead,
gone to
Stanley.
this
Take
point
it for a spin.
and gone through one of the other doors, which I might go back and do, like,
Okay,
after this.
I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's an improvement, but it's not perfect.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay.
To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Hell yeah, it's the Stanley Parallel Worldwide Leaderboard. I'm probably at the top. Well, I'm not good old Neil, but like I'm probably like top 10. Ooh. That's Nightmare. Oh, okay. Yeah, 21.3% of skipped the intro sequence. Only 3% of players chose the blue door. Okay. Oh, there's me. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of doors being opened. I want to ask some friends for help. Oh. I don't have any friends. Okay, let's go back in here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Sure.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Probably not.
Let me boot it up.
So this is the hardest ending in the
this
game right here.
The baby crawls left towards danger.
Maybe
You click the
someday
button
I'll
to move
even
him
do
back
it.
to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So obviously, they make this game awful to play. And they do expect you to do this for 4 hours. However, you cannot simply just let the baby go and like walk away, set up a program, because halfway through this, they put up a puppy. And the puppy is going to be eaten by a piranha or something. And you have to run back and forth between 2 buttons for the second half of the 4 hours. I won't be doing this today.
You heartless bastard.
Yep.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well,
maybe
I don't know what
someday.
to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Not
I can't
today.
think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes,
So
that must be it.
this is
What a fascinating
Firewatch,
venture into the
a game I
experience of
actually did
total
play,
mental depravity.
back
So
in the
far,
day.
I love everything about this game, Stanley.
Is this
And
Firewatch? It
seems there's
is.
even more.
I
Come,
think...
let's venture outward and see what else is out
I
there.
can't remember what comes first, if it's Minecraft or if it's Portal. But in the original Stanley Parable, Firewatch isn't in it, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure Firewatch came out well after the Stanley Parable. And it's a game about you're a Firewatch park guy who keeps an eye out for fires, and like there's a conspiracy about like people fucking with you. So why did the door sound like Minecraft? That might be just... So again, Minecraft I think was the original game he loads up. So that would actually explain that, because they probably kept the same sound effect. You know? Oh, that's propane. Although that wouldn't explain like the wisping wind. But yeah, this is the part I got spoiled on while watching Barry. He was like going through all the old endings. I was like, oh, I can chill here and watch this for a while. And then he did the alternate video game ending, and then there you go. Going to look for now, but have fun with shenanigans. Bye, pause. If I don't see you again, have a good night. All right, let's see how this game railroads me now.
Oh no, no! It can't be.
What?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
What? Oh.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Oh,
there isn't any
thanks.
possibility that you could get lost here.
Can I
Now,
at least
this
have a ball?
is game design.
Please.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Can I have a
Okay,
ball?
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, I'm running much faster now. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a point. Oh. Ah, fuck.
What are you doing?
I didn't mean to do that.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay, so it was Minecraft and then Portal. I remember because with the Portal one, that game also wasn't finished and you fell down the elevator shaft. And ended up down here in apparently the beta build of this game. Honestly, it's just kind of making me want to play Portal 2 again. This is a little creepy, to be honest. Like, this is a little horror game to me. The dim lighting, the decrepit area, where I'm kind of like, do I want to be here? Let's see if I can make it back to my office. That's a lot of computer screens. What is that? Well, I think I'm probably done. Let's begin again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps, Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers.
Yeah.
If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I forget how to get this open. Business strategy. Okay. Can I go up? Can we go up and down in this elevator now? Oh my god, I use this music. Just back at the boss's place. No, I don't want to be in the boss place. Let's try this again, I guess. Alright, well, this isn't leading anywhere useful.
Stepping in.
Shit. Alright, well, I'm just gonna bring the bucket back to my office now. No, I'll actually go back to my office. I'll also do the mind control ending with the bucket. Just curious if I could put it back. Not that I would want to. Oh wait, is this the... Hold on. Oh, did I get this confused again? Is this just like... You're now leaving? Oh, I think this is just the escape pod ending again. I'll double check, but... I know we did this ending to some degree last stream. I cannot remember if I did it with the bucket. Yeah, because I think we just, like, put the bucket into it. Yeah. I'm not even gonna go do it again. Oh, we're just gonna go ahead and reset. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It's true.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay, I'm going to give possible content warning right now, because I am going to jump off a very high ledge.
To go back to the meeting room.
If that's something people do not like.
No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Okie dokie.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it
Stanley
mean?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but
It's true.
Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Okay. There's another one.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out
We
to
still
be
need to
correct,
find the
was it
adventure
a-
line.
Never mind. The
Which is
bucket was
important to
wrong.
me, because I love the adventure
Stanley
line.
took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
I'm sorry, you were saying, Mr. Narrator?
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh, we did do this before. Alright, hold on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Guess
it
I'm gonna have
mean?
to start looking up.
Stanley decided to go to the
endings.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Ow!
missed a memo.
Oh, right. I said I was gonna do the control ending, and I just didn't. And I have to do the escape one as well, which is like right next to it.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his
true.
ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
The bucket knows.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket just knows. The bucket is all-seeing and all-powerful.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
The bucket's
Everything
always
will
here
be
for me.
fine.
Here I come.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
What if I wore the bucket?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Recommendations from the Oversight Committee.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Hey, one of these is a pirate. There's the pirate.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the
Never.
bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Oh,
Controls
my.
labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world.
Okay, but
They
hear me out.
high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, but hear me out, Bucket. What if we just used it?
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button
Wait,
to turn on the controls.
The button did it, or the bucket did it?
Gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Oh no.
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Oh.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Some silly
Stanley
birds.
and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all
silly
the
birds.
possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. I guess. I want the
All of his
adventure line.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I don't get
Perhaps
the
he had
adventure
simply
line,
missed
which
a
I think
memo.
means I can't bring the bucket. Which again makes me real sad.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came
Why
back,
did they-
and lingered for a minute or two.
Hold up, you. You changed this on me.
Now it's only half there. Just a kind of tingle.
I guess I'm not actually sitting there, so it's fine.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Let's do this without the bucket. Therefore, it should give
But
us
Stanley didn't want to go back to the
something
office.
else.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I don't think you're right. Well,
No,
all right.
no.
Here's the story.
No, this isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm not looking.
We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Is that the paperclip from Word? Okay. Oh, my balloons
All of
are
his
gone.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
My
the meeting room.
bucket's
Perhaps he
gone.
had simply missed a memo.
Okay, we're done.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
And if I go this way, and if I go this way, I'll go this way, and then this way, and then... No, I walked specifically away from this room. Oh no. Alright, we'll go through the maintenance place down
I'll say
here,
it.
and then
This
we'll...
is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Where's
room.
my bucket?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Give me my bucket. Oh.
Okay, yep.
Oh, good.
it's
No
worse.
doors.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
All right, fine.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
That's not possible.
No, wait. Never mind.
fuck.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Well, oh.
Now this... well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this
yeah,
the
do
story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Like
Do you remember,
really,
Stanley?
really old office
Well, do you
building?
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
fuck yeah.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really
I'm
paid
the
off.
winner.
So, good job. Oh no, no, I don't feel right about this at all.
No, you said I win.
We both know you didn't
can't
put
take
in
that
any
back.
actual work for that win.
Yeah, I
Some
did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution.
Stanley Parable
This time,
2
to make
Adventure
sure we don't
Line.
get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, you want me to go that way. I want to see what happens if I go this way, though.
No, no, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
All right, all right. We can finally go in here and turn off this computer. Oh, no, not. We can't, actually. Never mind. Y'all like playing solitaire? I play solitaire sometimes. I'm not good at, like, the 3-card version. I only
See,
play the 1
the
card.
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley.
Why
to
did they have
destiny.
to knock over that
Nope.
box of
Here's a
papers?
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of
What
your
about-
subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Oh,
That got a
boy.
bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Riddler's
what?
been here.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay. Four, three, two.
Cut the music.
What?
Go
Oh
back
god.
and look at that fern.
No. Okay, fine.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Got it. You ruined my
Wait,
music for that.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Well, if I go back this way, there might be a story in here again.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Well, I mean, like, what if I follow it back this way? I mean, here's my office. Well, no other real way to go. Guess we're going this way.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this
432 is
anymore.
way
To hell
down
with it.
there.
Restart.
Oh, okay. This is just a Stanley Parable adventure line, not the Stanley Parable 2 adventure line.
You know what, Stanley?
Yeah.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why
Let me
can't
through.
we make up our own story?
I trust the
Something
line.
Exciting, daring, mysterious.
It
Ooh,
made me see
this all
something you
sounds
didn't want me to
perfectly doable.
see.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
No. Oh, fine.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
A
Whatever it
passionate
might be, Stanley,
romance
I'm ready for it.
between you and me.
Oh, no, not you again.
You okay,
Stanley,
bud?
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It's like Lions had maybe a few too many drinks. Oh dear. Oh, see you later, probably. Aha.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Oh. Well, all right.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
Oh yeah, so we're on the 4th
That's
restart.
what this is. It's all one
So
giant ending.
now narrator forgets about
we're
previous
supposed to restart the
restarts.
game
Stan attempts to play the story, but is prevented,
times?
unable to go anywhere or do anything. The game
That's
resets,
really how
restarts
all
on its
this
own.
goes?
Find the line again. Begin following the line.
determined?
Find an identical replica
So
of the
now,
office
according
that
to
had
the
begun
schedule,
to
I restart
deteriorate.
again. Then
Attempt
what?
to make a
Am I
story
just supposed to forget?
here. Make up a story
Well,
here.
what if I don't want to forget?
Narrator restarts the game.
My mind goes blank simply because
There's
it's
no longer an
written here on
office,
this-
simply blank
this
space.
thing.
Wander in the blackness.
wall.
Find a bookstore. Get
Well,
bored and leave. Narrator
you
restarts the
consulted
game.
me.
Narrator's
Why don't I get
gone.
to
After a
decide?
long time,
Why
Stanley
don't
dies.
I get a say in all of this?
Beautiful.
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
Apparently,
I don't want to forget what's
confusing it for
going on.
18 It doesn't feel
I
like
don't
it's
want to
been
be
18
trapped like
minutes.
this. I won't restart
It
the
might
game.
be.
I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't
Might
do
be
it.
18 minutes. I don't know.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
Let's see.
We'll find out, won't we?
I still need to escape with the bucket.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
I forgot about that. I saw this ending earlier today, and I forgot about the loud sound warning. I apologize. Or not loud sound warning,
All
but
of
the
his
loud sound.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There you are. And bucket.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
Truly is a beautiful thing. Okay, so there's an ending I have not
Stanley
done,
clutched
period,
the bucket
yet. So
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I think I've gone through the vent already.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Oh yeah,
Now
you can
ride
see the
lift
adventure
all the way
line
to the top.
from up
There's
here
something
now
up
that I've
there I
done
need
it.
you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yeah. The bucket is smarter than me. Clearly.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Not that dark in here. Oh, it's dark in there, yeah. In here, it's actually pretty well lit.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it...
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Because I wanted to.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders?
Yeah.
Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last?
Might be new.
How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
Maybe
And
not,
more
actually. I remember that
importantly,
line.
Can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
I kind of want to make this guy my new profile
it's time
picture.
to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
I might know what happened to everybody.
Goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic...
Give me a second. I'm gonna... lower. I think the audio... No, the audio is still fine. I'm gonna lower it some more, though.
timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Huh. Oh, yeah, okay. Right, everything's fenced off now.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket,
lion's
you'll
gone.
say. How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept.
The platforms
king
to the
of comedy.
trophy.
That's what you'll call
The stand
me.
fig?
Thank goodness
Whatever it
we
was
had
called.
The instructional
It's gone
video.
too.
Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay, we have to go back through the lounge. Okay, I think something was just loading in here, but I could have sworn I just saw a shadow and it just freaked me out. like half a second. There's not supposed to be other characters in this game.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Enjoy.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Fine.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are
a little bit.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions
I beat it.
pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Can I go through the door? Oh, okay. Oh, we got the weird layout.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley's bucket. Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Well, we got the whiteboard ending. Hooray! Dog mode. Every time I click. You know what? We'll go ahead and leave that on. Every time I click on something I don't need to click on.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I'm good.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this.
This is so annoying now. The
He was firmly
dog
convinced
thing,
that
but I'm
the
not gonna
bucket
stop.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
So this is supposed to be like the
This is the
wife
sad
ending.
story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
This is a bigger apartment than last time. Oh, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press L to take me with you to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press J to take me back home with you. Okay, yeah, sure.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I
Oh.
want to say something to him, but I don't know how I
I
can
actually
convince
kinda, like,
him.
sit down
I
on the
don't
couch a little
know
bit.
if he'll listen to me.
Jazz music. This is a nice little apartment. I would actually love to live in a place like this. You know? Set up, actually, I would probably have this as like a little, like come on in sort of area. Like maybe put like my anime figures here. And probably put my video games, like, or my TV rather, against this wall. And then maybe my video games, maybe like here? It has to be like a really tall shelf. Something like a couch right here, kind of separate the room a little bit. And then like, I'm assuming at least one of these is a bedroom, one's a bathroom. Actually, that might, that's probably the entrance, but I don't know. Maybe that's not the entrance. Maybe, you know what? Actually, this is probably the entrance. So it's probably like, this is the entrance, because actually, yeah, we walked in from here. So, you know, you come in, you put your shoes down. This is probably the bathroom. Maybe. The bedroom's probably through here. I don't know why I'm planning out this place like I'm fucking moving in. Come here, bucket. Press L to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't
No,
talk.
it's my
All
bucket.
it would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
Shut
That's
up.
it. It doesn't
It's
do
my
anything
bucket.
else.
I love it. Don't listen to the loud man. Press G for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to.
Getting
Now, all
creepy
he
now.
cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press I to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this
Oh, the
sort of
chair is now,
shiny bucket.
Intangible.
I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
So I can't like try to go out the window. What are you doing on my computer? You're so weird. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press Q to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it
so
would
I
be
can get
better
back
at
on the
moving
couch
an
again.
amount of water from one room to another.
Press T to relive the same day with me, over and over. Oh, dear God.
What am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press G to go to home. To go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to
Oh
be
my
with
God.
the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps.
Narrator,
if I
you better
had the
back the
bucket,
fuck
this
off.
would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Jazz Nights. It is apparently 13 minutes past midnight. We got a nice cup of water, but I don't need a cup. I got
Stanley,
my bucket.
give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me
No.
the bucket, Stanley.
Just get out
I
of
need
here.
it. Give it to me now. Give it. Or
Close
I'll...
your eyes. No. Go back to work, Stanley. So I think my speakers are having a little issue right now. I don't know if they're picking up, but it's like they're picking up my wireless signal. Okay, office ending. At the start, close your office. Yep. No, go away, ads. Fucking hate ads so much. Ads wouldn't be bad if they just didn't pop up all the fucking time. Let's see. Heaven ending. Indie game ending. Baby clicker ending. True happiness ending. Door. Oh, that's the. Yeah, no. Not gonna do that one. Home at last ending. Unplug ending. Okay. Complete 2 resets at the room with the 2 doors. Go left. Yeah. Bottom was pit ending. We did that. Collectibles ending. Yep. Got that. Okay, that's not a new ending. The escape pod already existed in the base game, but alright. Okay, that's a new one.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Ooh. Okay, there's another ending that I think is new. I'm gonna go do.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's gonna require that I do basically most of like
Yet there was not a
normal
single
playthrough,
person
we'll
here
say.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Let me give that a minute. See if
There was nothing here. No
narrator
choice
says
to make,
anything.
no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't
Okay.
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified coming to a staircase.
I think
Stanley
the broom
walked
closet
upstairs to
stuff
his
got
boss's
reset at
office.
some point.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Imagine having all these books. It's just 3 bookshelves stacked on top of each other. Sorry, not shelves, cases.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator
slowed down the
and
escape
went back
one.
up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
All right, we're done with that.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I should really boot up the original and then see if I can go back up and down.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me. Oh my God, it's the boss's office.
Wow.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
That's fair. It's a really big revelation.
All right, I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no
So
frame of
mad
reference
at
to
me.
even anticipate it. That's
I love
just
it.
how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
All right, now hear me out. All right, narrator, just hear me out. What if I just said this? So I'm gonna sass me that time.
You know what?
Oh no, here we go.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
He's so mad at me.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
Yep.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over.
You're
Truly,
welcome.
I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like
I did my
anything else
best.
out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think.
I'm told I'm a
I want to be
visionary.
engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all
What's in
know
there?
it, which is why we're so starved for content
Narrator,
that makes
what's
us
in
feel
there?
sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the
Oh, this
face
is actually
of
like
tradition.
speeding up a little
You're
bit.
a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They
well.
really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Oh, we've been here before, but it was with the bucket last time.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Yeah, world's healthiest human being, all tricks revealed, how he did the pyramids, live, the guy who went to Mars, yeah. Okay.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready?
Welcome,
I've told them you're going
Stanley.
to speak a little bit about
Stanley
the nature of
Ryder.
surprise in storytelling.
Almonds, chair,
and what it
gum,
means to
table, nut
craft
bar.
a truly unpredictable narrative.
Are those like...
Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
Are those my
I'm
demands?
really proud of
The
you,
dude who
Stanley.
came up with pizza.
Okay,
Oh my
It
god.
looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
I would shake that person's hand. Oh wow, there's actually a lot of people here. Oh my goodness. Hello. Wasn't there like no one here last time? Did he like faint on the spot? Is that what happens here? Oh, all right. No, we're done. Okay, we're just back to normal. Okay. Okay. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This box is bothering me for some reason.
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh shit. I keep forgetting to do the escape route with the bucket.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Oh, thanks. I'm getting sleepy. Okay, so now we're actually going to head into the mind control facility.
The large door that read Mind Control Facility.
However, we're going to do something a little different once we get in here, I think.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility.
I probably should turn the lights on.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Oh, yeah?
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are.
Mm-hmm.
We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
The writing in this game is impeccable.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
All right, I'm gonna do that again, but I'm gonna grab my bucket
All of his
first.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I haven't done that one yet. Not today, anyway.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Good job you did. It's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the week, I swear. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, we're actually gonna turn the lights on this time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind
Looks a little
control
bit better.
facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
So can't really
Thankfully,
see.
he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Oh no.
Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving.
It's a little hard to see, but yeah, I can see it.
But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like
What do you mean came in?
In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility.
We're already shit off of Amazon right now. What's going on?
What was up there? Never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility.
So this door out.
Closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again.
It sounds a little existential, just so
it was a mistake to leave the path.
We're on the same page.
It was a mistake.
If that's not something you're into.
The narrator says, I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Okay. Alright, good ending.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Let's
What
grab...
could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
that.
missed a memo.
Let's grab the bucket and do the escape
As Stanley
ending.
lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Mostly because I feel like my nose needs to get cleared out a little bit. I am glad we got that whiteboard ending, though. That was weird. I heard a...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs
I heard like a button get pressed in the game while I wasn't touching anything.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
That honestly could be more true than the first
The door
time.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Here we go. If only I had my jumping circle.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself.
I always forget
And he
just
sort
how
of
big
kicked
these
himself
are.
for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life
Oh no. I didn't
came
mean to
an
do that.
end, as it was crushed
I was just
violently
teabagging.
to death.
Bucket. The Stanley
It was a shame,
Parable.
the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
Oh,
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
they took my bucket. Is this me dedicated to the bucket now? The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated rather, not sustained. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learned here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself, and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in the ignorance and darkness? Darkness.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you
What?
see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
I feel like I need to get up there and grab the bucket, but it's also maybe too late. 25 buckets. I think you miscounted. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. That's not 25. Okay. There's a chair. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Oh my god. Wow, that's an old bucket. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, The simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. Cave drawings. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worry, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Put it all in the bucket. Vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equal holes. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. The stress bucket, presented without commentary. Okay. Oh, got some red
No man
curtains.
can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
I don't know what's over there. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. Oh, I didn't fall. I was just able to grab it.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh my.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket should
content
take his
warning,
place as
I
ruler,
guess?
as leader, as
I'm gonna
commander
duck
of a
down
new
just in
world,
case.
A new vision.
Yep. The end is never the end, is never the end. Let's see.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Like
And
1
here
in
it
100
was,
times.
The lounge.
I wish you'd be like,
Eager to get
Stanley
back
entered
to
the door and
business,
is right.
Stanley took the first
Just
open
like
door
freak
on his
people
left.
out.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I probably had the bucket with me the last time I did this. Or maybe not.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun.
Oh, no, I've seen this ending. Never mind. Alright, hold on. Let's open it up again. Unable to sync. Steam was recently unable to sync your play it anyway. What time is it? It's 8:45. Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Well, that's not creepy at all. Oh. Epilogue, huh? This might just be the end of, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Many, many years later. Oh, it's a desert that we were stuck in, I think after the content ending. Alright, the sun is literally the only thing I can really notice. So we're just gonna walk towards that. Funny they say they save your settings, but they always put that back. Oh dear. Oh dear. Those are more office chairs. Where'd all the office chairs go? Alright, Moon, here I come. Okay, son, here I come. Oh my. Oh. That's the memory place. I mean, I gotta go see what this is too, right? Maybe my bucket's over here. Wait. This is the escape pod. So my bucket is in here. Oh. I knew you'd never leave me forever, bucket. Oh, this isn't creepy at all. Oh dear, how far down does this go? Huh. Cookie Nine's blog, review the Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with the sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcome reprieve from... I can't interact with anything else. Recent post review, Stanley Parable 2. I'm sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review, SNRAF 3, protected post, Cookie's Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Recent comments, Go Guy on, Piss Order, Boblin, Go Guy. And then, oh, apparently this might take place 5 years from now. Oh, hello. Cat dog born. Scientists confirm hybrid species. All right, cat dog confirmed. Hold on. One fine day with a wolf and a purr, a baby was born in a causal sir. No blue bunny, no three-eyed frog, was feline, canine, little cat dog, bono, cat dog, bono, alone in the world, a little cat dog. Hot on the road or back in town, all kind of cat dog down. That's where I screw up the lyrics, unfortunately. Yes. Found the gym button. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Something about something aggregate review scores and video game history, blah blah blah. Sign up for updates. Yo, real web, get on the green. More name buttons. One of these is not going to say Jim, right?
Jim.
Ooh, it's all sparkly in there.
Jim. Stanley.
I knew it.
Jim. Stanley.
Ow. Ooh, my arm hurts a lot more now. Stanley. So I can't believe I missed that one. I don't know if I can ever get it. Alright, here we go. What's down here now? Don't know if I can go back. 2 doors. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Something's back there. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. I am with this person right now. And if the people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change a number in the game's title screen. We also really need to we also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The Stanley Parable 3. Expire, Temple of, Liquid, the Crocodile Grilled, Boyfriend's Ice Cream, Paperwork, Home Planet, Poison, Fire. We'll go with Temple of... Oh, I see. Okay, so it is, you have to... Okay. Grilled Boyfriend, Grilled Ice Cream, Grilled Paperwork, Grilled Fire, Crocodile Fire, The Fire, The Poison, the Home Planet, the Paperwork. The Paperwork's like fitting. Liquid Paperwork though. Temple of Paperwork. I like Temple of Paperwork. We'll go with that. The Stanley Parable 3, Temple of Paperwork. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. It is exactly 9 p.m. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. You're now playing the Stanley Parable 3. What? temple of paperwork. I'm just... You know, I'm waiting for the car to come by again. I'm gonna get a screenshot of this. Okay. You said the machine is fixed. Can I go back to the new content area?
This is the story of a man named...
We're gonna skip it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content is open, baby.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find... Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
We're gonna bring our bucket with us to the new content now.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Sorry, I was checking another list to make sure I got all of it. What sucks is that this list had a table of contents, but then it just disappeared on me. Confusion, not enough doors. Oh, apparently there's two missing endings. One of them is the Portal Minecraft ending, which just got swapped with Firewatch and Rocket League, which we already did. And the serious ending. Interesting. What is the serious ending? Hold on. I've had this phone for years and I still cannot type on the damn thing. Oh, it's the one where you cheat and he puts you in like a room and he's like, this is my serious room. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on looking at more of that until we go through this.
Wait, Stanley.
Or at least
I've
like
just now realized that bucket you're holding.
I'm gonna go back to
it's
it.
the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all. Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Okay, there's an ending with the bucket I have not gotten yet.
All right.
I still have
All right,
zero
let's
remaining
see.
jumps.
The jump circle?
Oh, come on. I was hoping this reset at least. Fucking damn it. Oh, I'm so mad at past Sean.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
Oh, there's... Did I not do the window with the bucket? I guess I didn't.
Wait. If you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you. Clinging
welcome.
tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
All right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office.
Actually, I might have gotten this one already now that I think about it.
Out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley. What are you talking about? He screamed. You're a bucket! To this, the bucket furrowed its brow. No, said the bucket. Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I
think I
stole
remember
from
this.
his treasured vaults. I was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications.
I think we got this on Friday.
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid.
Yeah.
You are a
I'll let it play through though.
This is so stupid. Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12...
I'm actually just gonna... I don't know how long that's gonna take. We're just gonna restart it. I'm surprised we haven't gotten the papers everywhere opening. But maybe the balloons and
Finally,
bucket make that not possible.
The bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, we're back here. We have the bucket this time.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Uh-huh. Okay. Whoa. Okay. This isn't an ending, but something cool we can do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, so we gotta go back to the mind control facility. Turn the lights and call the elevator, but then wait.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Reading on here, me seeing that shadow and thinking I might have seen like a ghost or something.
The large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I might not have been seeing things. I'm unsure.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and
we also gotta find 432.
Themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Okay, so now we call the elevator.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Yeah, apparently it says...
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do?
I've heard whispers in the comment section and on discussion forums of a man that can be seen walking and or staring at the player from multiple different places. I haven't seen it myself, so I can't confirm tonight, but let me know if there's a specific way to trigger and I'll do my best. I'm getting text messages from a random woman sending me nudes. I think it's probably a fake, not fake. It's probably yeah, it's probably like a bot sending out stuff to try to see if they can find like real numbers to send like spam phone calls. So I'm not even gonna reply. Here we go. I'll be honest, this is probably gonna be the best way I can end it now. I think there's like some more miscellaneous stuff. William hides the best secrets. I guess William did this. Secrets.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Okay. The sequel is now paused. I think this might be it for tonight. Let me switch to webcam because once I swap over here, yeah, that's gonna go away. Who amongst my friends is streaming right now? I don't know what that is. Here, hold on. Let me mute my desktop audio. Oh, but that won't help at all. Let me mute my audio. I found someone we might raid. I'm gonna keep them open on the side while I check some other people out. Yeah. You know what? I think I talked myself out of it, so I'm just gonna call it a night now. Thanks for hanging out and dealing with me playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe / the Stanley Parable 2 / the Stanley Parable 3, the Temple of Paperwork. I'll be back tomorrow with more New Genesis in the morning, but I'll be back on Wednesday with more Yakuza 0, I think. Took a little bit of a break, even though I only just barely started it. But I think it's time we get back to that. So yeah, if you're hanging out with me, thanks for being here. I appreciate it, and have a good night.